we're having youth come in and help volunteer in order to get them into the volunteering community, which it's always a good thing to have younger people help to volunteer. And by doing that, we're also helping different organizations, nonprofits, get their name out to more people.
So today's event is called Global Youth Services Day. It's a put on by an organization called Youth Services America, and we are a lead agency for that program. And our leadership with Difference Makers has organized this entire service event. We have performers who've come in, as you can hear a little bit of music in the background. We have a bunch of nonprofits here that share their information, and then we have service projects running all day long that we're serving different organizations, like an organization called Newborns in Need, an organization called Leveling the Playing Field. We're collecting sporting equipment. We're doing a clothing drive for Malala Foundation. We're getting non-perishable food for a new food distribution program we're starting. So we're trying to do a bunch of different service activities and help other organizations in the process. Difference Makers is a student-run nonprofit organization that was founded in 2009 by a group of about 5 or 6 young people who wanted to start their own service organization. And so basically we get out in the community and do whatever the community needs. So we serve the elderly and disabled, the hungry, the needy, you name it. We try to do projects related to those who need support. And we've grown steadily from 2009, where we had maybe 20 people or so, to about 200 this year in our after-school club this year at Takoma Park Middle School.
This is our second year doing Global Youth Service Day, and we do a lot of different service projects throughout the year, but this is the biggest service event in the world.
The group that's here at Takoma Park Middle School, Difference Makers, is one of I want to say about 65 lead agency partners. We do have schools across the country, and Global Youth Service Day has now expanded to 135 countries on all 7 continents. YSA is actually the group that started Global Youth Service Day. We are currently in our 29th year, and it's really the only global event that recognizes and celebrates the work that youth do to serve their communities 365 days throughout the year.
I think it's great because it gives us an opportunity to be able to actually learn from each other. All of us are either new organizations or actually been around for more than 10 years. And so any information that we can provide to each other is going to help our future, because we're also affecting our youth drastically, and our youth is our future, so we're trying to reach them mainly as well.
This event specifically is very nice and wonderful because you see different communities getting together, different organizations, showing what they're about. It's not for profit, so that definitely goes a long way with the volunteering, the donations. It can be a pencil, it can be $1. It goes a long way.
Well, Real Food for Kids Montgomery is a grassroots organization, and we advocate for healthy food for kids in our public schools. So we support any event that is good for kids.
We host vendor shows where we come with our books, and we also do Cards for a Cause fundraisers. So if you have an organization, a personal expense, or any group that you're interested in raising funds for, we have cards that you're able to fundraise for and get a good percentage back for your organization.
The book that I've created I created it to jumpstart the conversation with kids about healthy eating, active play, and for some kids the dangers of childhood obesity. It's called Chunky and Friends, Chunky and the Obese. I created the book once again to start the conversation with kids and basically to get kids thinking about growing up healthy and strong, because the ultimate message, that the main message in the book is that all kids are perfect exactly how they are. We just want them to grow up healthy and strong.
We serve 7,549 athletes across the state of Maryland, all who have intellectual disabilities, in free year-round sports programs. We work with the Takoma Park Difference Makers. Throughout the year, they're great volunteers for our events. They come out for basketball and summer games to support our athletes, help keep score, keep time, hand out lunches. They do a great job, so we're happy to be here to support their event.
We're a nonprofit agency whose mission is to assist people that are elderly and disabled to age in place in their community. So we have a number of programs that support that mission.
We want to help girls in Vietnam. We provide them educational scholarships so that they can grow and build an independent living and contribute to their community and society overall.
We're a nonprofit organization started 5-6 years ago in Montgomery County by a physical therapist, Claire Wong. And the mission is to connect families that have costly equipment that they don't use anymore for adaptive equipment for special needs children, for other families that need it.
We advocate for different kinds of self-competitive sports, bank shot being the obvious one, which translates that kind of inclusion and diversity into reality.
So our agency empowers individuals and families to achieve well-being across their lifespan. And I came here today with just a hospice because our hospice program is always looking for volunteers, and we have many projects that the community, including student groups, can do to help bring music, stimulation, and happiness to our hospice patients.
GYSD is Global Youth Services Day, which is a day where both the parents and the students can come to Takoma Park and donate, participate in different activities that can help different organizations that Difference Makers is partnered with, and have fun.
It's a great opportunity to volunteer and help out the community, and also we have a bunch of nonprofits attending, so it's a great way to learn about different organizations.
I'm not part of the Difference Makers, but I came here because it looked fun and because you can get SSL hours, and all of the activities just looked really enjoyable. I'm sewing pillows for the Children's Hospital of NIH.
I decided to come out today to earn SSL hours and to help people in need.
I decided to come out here today to help out people that don't have as much as I do.
I came out today because I want to support my school and learn a lot about different people.
I love the fact that Global Youth Services Day is a global event where everyone around the world can participate in different activities in order to help others and help their own community. And today I was able to participate in a focus group that will benefit the children in Montgomery County and the food that they are receiving at school.
I already know that a lot of people aren't as fortunate as I am, but I'm learning just the extent of how that affects somebody's life if they don't have a house to live in.
I learned how much other people need our help and how easy it is to help them. Like if we just try to help them, then it'll be okay.
One of the things they're getting is SSL hours, but that's not the thing we're trying to give them. We're trying to give them a way to know what it feels like to volunteer and to show them that volunteer work can actually be fun and it's a good thing for them to do. We're trying to give them an experience, but also rewarding them with student service learning hours, which they need to graduate high school.
Difference Makers is really like one big family. We're all working together to make the world a better place. Our motto this year is small acts, big impacts. So we believe that even the smallest of things, like maybe donating a little bit of money to a shelter or like going to help at a local soup kitchen, can actually make a really big difference in the life of someone.
This is our homework study group. Every Wednesday from 4 to 5, I have a group of kids, up to 15 kids, that from Piney Branch Elementary and Takoma Park Middle School, that we invite into the community center. We provide pizza and juice, and they sit and we talk about homework. We talk about bullying, peer pressure, just the day-to-day activities that they may be involved in. We have the middle school kids kind of mentor the elementary school kids, and in return they earn their school service hours. So we've been doing this since school started this year, and so far we've grown from 6 to 15 kids. What they enjoy the most is the interaction that they have with the police officers that come up here time to time, step in on just being around me. I love being around them. Cadet Attitude has been a great, tremendous help to this program, and I think they really enjoy coming eating the pizza and just talking about kid stuff from time to time. We had a citizen just drop by and donate some school supplies. So today I had them write a thank you note to the citizen that I will forward to her, thanking her for her generosity and believing in our program, because our kids are our future and we need to invest in them. I have a immigration seminar and Q&A set up with all the principals from all schools in Takoma Park. And this actually came about, what sparked it was one of the kids in this group had a question about the immigration. If ICE showed up at the school of one of their siblings, how would they know about it? How would they get notified that ICE came to the school? So I thought that was a great question. And so what I did was I reached out and contacted all the school principals, and I kind of asked them, if ICE shows up at your school, would you know what to do? And the majority of them didn't have an answer. So as a result, I reached out to an immigration attorney, and I asked the attorney if she would mind coming through doing a seminar in the Q&A. The second part of that is we wanted all the principals to get acquainted with one another. We needed the principals to know that one household can have 4 kids to go to 4 separate schools. And what happens to one child at another school can impact another school. So we needed to make sure that they had that communication, the open lines of communication going back and forth.
We get help with our homework, and we get to do our homework with the officers, and we get to have a slice of pizza and a drink, and we have something to look forward to after school on Wednesdays. All of us have a good relationship with the cops because they help us out, and they always are nice to us, and if we need something, they're always there for us.
A lot of what's happening right now is on purpose to create fear and confusion, and we need to stay calm and also take really sensible steps to prepare in case there is enforcement. The language being used is that everybody without status is at equal risk, and that is not true. That's not true, but it's what's creating the fear. This idea that we're going to deport absolutely everybody who has no status. The reality is they still are focusing on people who have criminal convictions or criminal cases going on now. Those folks should be more worried. Department of Homeland Security has a policy to not enforce immigration law at schools or hospitals or churches or courts. We have seen a couple of examples where they did not follow the policy. Whether that's to make people scared or because they made a mistake, I don't know. But the policy is still in place that schools are safe and parents can bring their children to school.
So I mostly do the homework, talk to my friends about it. Sometimes we just play around for a bit, that's it. We talk. Sometimes I ask more people to help me with my homework. And sometimes I help other people. Officer Hennig or Captain Collington helped me do my homework. More kids can come to these programs. Some kids, sometimes they don't have a place to go after school. They mostly just go home. They could come here, have a slice of pizza, do their homework, talk to the officers, make some new friends.
I really appreciate this homework club. One, because we have the great help of Captain Collington and Mr. Hennock. Also, we have great friends here that support us through everything.
We're actually pretty close to the police, honestly. We can talk to them whenever we need anything, and it's really cool that we can do that.
I like talking with people, doing my homework, because I usually forget to do my homework, and then I do it before class, and then I usually don't get to finish it. So it's pretty cool that I get to do it. I'd recommend it to people my age because you can also get SSL hours, which you need for school.
I like the way that we can do our homework, and when we do our homework, we get rewarded by eating pizza and getting drinks and hanging out with our friends. It's a good way to test your mind and get your homework done at the same time while having fun without slacking off.
We understand that this is a very important issue that's affecting our community today. And Takoma Park being a sanctuary city, the police, we aren't taking a political stand. but we are here to respect the constitutional rights of all of our residents. I believe if the more we pour into our kids in the community, we start to enhance their respect for the law, respect for each other, respect for the school teachers, and just make them more productive citizens.
Art Hop is just a terrific idea. Art Hop is a true win-win type of proposition because I think we've got 44 artists all around town, so it's a wonderful collaboration between the vendors in town and the merchants and the artists. So I think it's fabulous. It works for all of us. Yeah, I'm a photographer. I'm shooting digitally, and I'm generally attracted by color, shape, whimsy, interest, so my portfolio is very, very varied. And today at Art Hop, I'm featuring color, because color is an essential element of all the work that I have hung here today.
I'm a human rights activist on Africa, but I take pictures in my free time. The exhibit here is called Earth's Extremes, so there's photographs from Ethiopia, from Bolivia, even from the Florida Keys, and the idea here is basically to show the world, or show Takoma, fascinating places around the world, and some vibrant colors, and some great places to travel to.
I make sock primates. They are made out of a pair of socks. They are fun and stuffed with jingle bells, and hopefully bring a smile to people. I took a workshop years ago and learned how to make sock monkeys. It's about the only thing I can do that's creative, and I love seeing neighbors and friends and strangers walking around with my sock monkeys. Art Hop is wonderful. This is my third or fourth year that I've done Art Hop. It's a great way to form some alliances with different businesses, to see neighbors.
But I love Art Hop. Art Hop is a fantastic event, and it's great for visibility. It's great because you get to meet a lot of folks, and you got to meet a lot of neighbors. It's really a fantastic event. I'm really grateful to be part of it. So I try to keep it whimsical in some levels. I do a lot of work on more kind of folklore animal-based, but the animals usually have human personifications. So try to have a little bit of a sense of humor, but also so you can kind of dive in and guess the story of what's going on. I've actually been in Art Hop a few times now. So I was actually here at Little Loft last year, and it was fantastic. It's a beautiful space. I'm very lucky that I got to show here.
Little Loft is an art space for kids. We offer camps, workshops, and classes for kids between ages 2 and 14, and we've also started offering workshops to adults in the afternoon, in the evenings as well. So we have lots of art opportunities for a lot of different ages.
Of the Magic Carpet, and we've been doing this Art Hop since from the beginning. Well, more people come in the shop from all over the town, and sometimes Silver Spring and Bethesda areas and etc. Because, like I say, it's well advertised, so we get more people. Not necessarily we sell everything or so many items, but they get to know the shops, and they come back.
We had the formal ribbon cutting and grand opening of this new facility. Today is Tuesday, and it's going to actually be open for business 2 days from now. So we had the dignitaries from the state of Maryland, Montgomery County, WMATA, Prince George's County, and here a big crowd of elected officials, including myself, to celebrate the opening of this facility.
MDOT's MTA will operate the center, which will include service for Metrobus, Ride-On, the bus, and Shuttle UM at a significant cost savings to Maryland taxpayers. And the Transit Center will also provide a convenient transfer point to the future Purple Line station in the median of Maryland 193 near New Hampshire Avenue. Again, this project represents meaningful evidence of Governor Hogan and Secretary Ron's commitment to making Maryland more business friendly and MDOT's goal of connecting people to life's opportunities. Countless people will utilize this facility every day to get to work, to get to school, to get to jobs as an important part of their life. So on behalf of the Governor and Secretary Ron, I thank you for being here on this chilly day to celebrate this success story and for allowing me to be a part of it. We're very proud to welcome you to this new transit center and thank our partners for their continued efforts in its creation.
I'm absolutely thrilled that the transit center finally opened. It's been so many years, and it is the first major infrastructure project in Takoma Langley in decades. And it's a symbol of enormous progress. It is a bus station that will serve the thousands of existing transit users, but it's also a symbol of the bi-county nature of this area. And the CDA has been promoting, along with Councilmember Fred Schultz, a bi-county crossroads commission that would have this area as its focus. Right now, there is no entity that really looks after this bi-county area. It's at the edge of both Montgomery and Prince George's and even Takoma Park. So this center, which is funded by all Montgomery and Prince George's and the state and feds, is a perfect example of what we'd like to see more of in this area. And the CDA has been trying to promote this area as Takoma Langley, and we've been running ads in the newspaper and buses and bus shelters to try to continue with the Takoma Langley focus, and the center is the living example of Takoma Langley.
This $34 million transit center will provide a much needed, safe and efficient facility for bus transfers in this congested area. A lot of these are happening now on the streets, and it's not safe for transfers to occur there. So pulling them all in here is going to make this a much safer for the over 10,000 people a day who are making transfers in this region.
I thought of this project more as a pedestrian project as much as a transit project, because anyone that knows this area, that was the key issue we were trying to deal with at that time. So it's very heartening, obviously, to see this finally come to fruition. I just want to thank all the partners that have been involved with this, as you've heard across the board, particularly at the staff level. It took quite a bit of effort on that to make this happen. So just thank you so much. And Paul, congratulations. Thank you so much.
I hope people will come on down and check it out. Take the ride on down to Takoma Langley and get off and go explore. Find a new favorite.
This transit center, even though it's not in the city of Takoma Park, it kind of represents a turning point for the Crossroads area, because the Crossroads area is a very, very important area for the city of Takoma Park. Half of it is in our city. We have an important amount of like 200 businesses that I'm looking at as we stand here across the street. Many, many employees and thousands of shoppers. And as this neighborhood grows and prospers, so will the health and the livability of the city of Takoma Park. I believe that this new transit center sort of says that we're beginning to turn the corner on all of this work, and I know, and it'll help us to have a little bit more faith in the future that the Purple Line will actually be opening up right here to my left over this way within a few years.